Hi guys, welcome back to the Wrestling Folks podcast. This is Chris Rhodes, Jeevan Punk, and Jazz Cena. And we welcome you to Terrific Tuesdays with the Wrestling Folks.
Take it away, Chris Rhodes.
Yeah, so we are on the heels of a very huge SummerSlam and Monday Night Raw that depicted the aftermath of SummerSlam. So SummerSlam has had a lot of highs and a lot of lows over the course of the two-night SummerSlam, which is the first for that specific event. So the weekend at New Jersey was lit, from what many people have told us, and we got to see John Cena as a heel in New Jersey as a face for one last time. And the match was the highest point in the entire show, as typical Cena would put it. So there's a lot of other great things that we're going to discuss over that, and we're also going to talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw, which paraded right into whatever happened at SummerSlam. So the first thing, the marquee incident of the whole show was Cody Rhodes versus John Cena in a street fight. We finally got back Super Cena, and
absolutely.
We were it was so comforting that we didn't get a work, and that Super Cena was just a ruse to again beat Cody Rhodes by going low. So I'm happy for that. I'd like to get opinions. So Jazz Cena, you go first. What did you think of that match?
So Jazz Cena feels that Super Cena was the need because we are in the third act of the retirement tour. The first act was the beginning, where a typical lovable, charming, funny acting part-timer Cena came in for his retirement. The second leg was when the infamous Rock and Travis Scott based heel turn happened, and it was literally heels on the face of Cody Rhodes. Such was the heel turn. But now we are in the crescendo. There are, I think, 10 or 11 sightings of John Cena in the wild of the ring left, and it has to be the face and a proper goodbye. And loved it that they took the perfect moment to do it in front of New Jersey, because everything is legal in New Jersey. That was the Hamilton reference of the day, folks. So that's it from me.
So thanks, Jazz. So we'll move on to G1 Punk, a very controversial character. So please, G1, take it off.
So what I felt about that match, I think it was Cena's best match since AJ Styles in 2017.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
It was Cody's best match as well. I think after his WrestleMania match with Roman or his AJ Styles match, I think Cody has had a run of great matches. So the match was great. I loved the match. I loved the segment. I loved the point where Cena picks Cody up and they're coming up from the Cody-Vator. And it's just this aura farming of Cena he's doing. I love that. Cody crying at
Perfection.
the end. Cody crying at the end as usual, being the earnest babyface. People get fed up of that sometimes, but I'm not still done. I think there's still some run for a face Cody too, and until there is a good babyface that can run.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that
is not there.
I think the moment Cena accepted he was a face, Cody left and he had the last 4 minutes. That is where the show must have ended, and I'm glad that's where it ended. So
absolutely,
I stopped watching the show after that. I don't know what happened after that. What happened after that? What happened?
Yeah.
So nothing of note.
It was a very fortunate shower that you went on to, because whatever happened after that was a shit show. We will be discussing that a little later. But right now,
Just a quick teaser for you, Jivan. Your shower was the better thing that happened to you. Everybody else got to shower in other stuff, which is not that great.
It was a shit shower.
No. It wasn't even a shit shower. It was a shower of something that person has a fetish for. So.
Oh yeah. So you had to go there, Chris.
Sorry, we've just grossed out our entire audience.
So let's get out of the gutter of that specific event, because what happened before the gutter was absolute gold.
Yeah, my favorite spot was the point where Cody just comes up, where John Cena's carrying Cody and comes up that Cody-Vator with all of that smoke popping out.
I love that Cena.
Dude, that was peak cinema. Tell me anything else and I won't explain.
And one more thing I want to add in that, right? It was, if you go to the previous matches Cena and Cody had, even the tag match with Truth and Paul, they were having a very boring first half and a very interesting second half when they were just spamming their finishes. And Cena realized his matches are not working, and the only thing which was working was spamming finishes. So he was spamming finishing from the start. He was having super
Yeah.
AAs, he was giving AAs to the table, he was doing everything that was possible. And it was that Super Cena moment, and it was that acceptance that I lost even at my 100%, at my best, and that felt earnest for me. It was very
And
nice to see that.
and breaking kayfabe moment of the day by Jazz Cena. There was a moment in this fight where Cody Rhodes breaks an AA. He throws Cena on the table slanted on the corner of the ring on the turnbuckle. And this is a 50-year-old guy who has mentioned that his wrestling days are done. That is why the retirement is happening. And the best part is that was midway in the match. The match continued for another 17-18 minutes. And this 50-year-old guy was wrestling the shit out of his physicality. And that is the Cena we needed in retirement tour. That is why I'm saying the crescendo of the retirement tour has started absolutely perfectly.
We can close out on Cena versus Cody Rhodes with a few fun facts. So to quickly get something straight, Jazz Cena, John is not 50 years old, he's 48 years old, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, Cena is the first ever wrestler to have kicked out of the trifecta of Crossroads. So that is another fun fact for people.
Yeah.
And number three, that was the most choreographed match as well. And if you notice closely, when John Cena was a heel, his 5 moves of doom were calculated, slow, and very to make it look like I can't find the right word, but it almost looks like he's trying to intimidate people with the 5 moves of doom. But when you watch him as the face, they go like that. He just doesn't give a break. There's no break in between. There's no calculation. He's so confident with his 5 moves of doom that he doesn't have to wait to move on to the next one. Contrary to
it's the
when
default setting. It's the default setting.
Yeah, exactly. So moving on from one great championship match to the next, we're moving on to something that the wrestling world has dubbed the ruse of the century. So I'm guessing that will give an idea to a lot of people as to what we're segueing into. It is going to be the World Heavyweight Championship. It is Gunther and CM Punk, which we will get to why we're calling it the ruse of the century. It will come out eventually. But I'd like to get opinions. We'll start with Punk for once. So Punk, what did you think of the match and whatever transpired after that?
Best CM Punk match since he's been back in since WWE, not AEW. Sorry. Second best I think with Drew, the Hell in a Cell match they had with Drew. That was the best. I think it was the second best match. It was very nice to see him with someone fresh. Someone who does not hate him for the sake of hating him.
Yeah. The whole world does.
Yeah. He is very elite, what we can say. So, I love that match. I love the way Gunther sold Punk. I love the way Punk sold Gunther, showing off he's old, he's rusty, and everything. I love that. I love the way Gunther was panicking when his blood was on his face. I love that portion of that match as well.
Yep.
Coming back to the moment of the match when he won.
Sorry for cutting you off, but people love it when he panics while he looks at his own blood. But people hate it when he's losing all his breath and taps out at WrestleMania.
Because the opponent, right? It is the opponent.
No, I'm just trying to.
You can't. I know. There is a lot of fandom for Jay. I don't want to go there, but I am not a huge fan of Jay. But let's not go there right now. Coming to the main point of what was the moment of the match, which was Seth cashing in. I think it was a bit of expected. Everyone was just aware that this might happen.
Yep.
We can discuss how they cheated everyone and other things, but I want to talk about the moment. When he comes in and he moves back and he just throws off his crutches. Pure cinema.
Absolute cinema.
Yeah. We need to cue in that meme where, Martin Scorsese says that.
Just amazing.
Yep.
Seth got his aura back. I think I was not enjoying the whole portion of the faction because I felt like it is just taking over Raw. It's not fun. It is just shitting on CM Punk. You're not doing anything else with your time. That was perfect.
Yep.
So perfect.
Absolutely.
So Jazz Cena, what did you think of the whole main event of night one?
Main event of night one. One thing I loved about the SummerSlam is that the main events felt like main events. They were
Yep.
huge from the start to the end.
Hmm.
As Jeevan just said, there were moments of physicality in this match where Punk is very clearly again showing his age, and he is clearly, Gunther is dominating physically. The chops are chopping, the bumps are bumping. He's literally hanging upside down from the top turnbuckle, and somehow he is technically making it work. His technique in this match was a treat to the eyes. And as the people in this panel know, and you guys will get to know in future when we talk more with you, I'm not the most technical watcher. I am a script and entertainment watcher when it comes to wrestling, pro wrestling. But in this match, the entertainment was the technicality of the match, and it was absolutely amazing to see. Then there was the theatrical drama. The theater nerd aspect of WWE shined bright like a diamond in this match when Seth Rollins just burned it down. The 5 minutes, 10 seconds of fame of CM Punk taken away like this by a crushed up Seth Rollins, bringing himself hobbling into the fire from across the fire, and then turning around, throwing that away. As mentioned, absolute cinema, but more than just cinema, we all expected it, and we could still feel the awe of that moment. And that is the beauty of the theatricality of this sport that we enjoy. Is this performance sport that we enjoy? And this whole last 10 minutes of this match, including the physicality in the last 5 minutes of the Gunther versus CM Punk aspect, and then the theatricality, the duotone between the technical drama and the theatrical drama, that sums up professional wrestling and what it brings to our heart and soul in those moments is what I felt.
Yep. So personally, I think that is the highest point for the night one, and rightfully so, because Punk put up an absolute clinic for a guy his age and his experience. He brought out the best of him after a very long time, which, as rightfully put by both Punk and you, it turns out to be his second best match in WWE, with obviously Drew and Punk taking the cake. Naturally, there's not a match that will beat that I can see happening in the near future, because Punk's body is not going to agree with him. So yeah, I think this is one of the better matches that have happened over the first night of SummerSlam, and this probably is the best way that they can write Gunther off TV.
Yeah.
Because again, fun fact, people, Gunther has been dealing with a legitimate injury to his nose. He had a septal hematoma walking into this match, and apparently from the spot where CM Punk has Gunther tripping on the table and falling face first into the monitors, he fractured his orbital bone. Either it happened in the match or there has been a fracture already. Yeah. Either way, he's going to get nasal surgery this week from what we've heard so far. So keep your ears and eyes peeled for more info on Gunther, because the second he's back, he's going back for the championship, because it's Gunther.
Exactly. And wishing him a speediest recovery. These are the moments in this sport where shit gets very real, and it is scary as well. Because these are top athletes, but injuries are always scary, even at the highest epitome of athleticism.
Yeah, the only injuries that are not scary are the ones Seth Rollins has on Saturday night's main events. And another interesting story that came out as early as today. Apparently, Seth Rollins' daughter Rue knew about it. And so Seth Rollins told his daughter, Daddy is going to have a pretend boo-boo, don't tell anyone. And the first thing she did was rant about it to her kindergarten teacher, apparently. So, yeah, I mean, it's funny to hear stories like that, and it's funnier to think that it actually happened. But yeah, so Seth Rollins' return was not a secret after all.
Yeah, they just worked everyone except his daughter.
Yeah, and her kindergarten teacher.
I have a pop culture story that is very relatable to this one, and I always laugh, and I have to bring this up. It is not wrestling related, but it is a parallel and it's funny. Kit Harington, Jon Snow. He's been killed. There is this cop. He has been speeding a little bit. The police officer just asks, "I will cut a fine on you. I will not if you tell me, are you alive in the next season or are you dead?" He says he's alive. Go ahead, Lord Commander.
Be on your way, Lord Commander. That is what he says.
Be on your way, Lord Commander. These two stories are so similar in its tone and nature. It's
I know.
funny. The entertainment industry is just one big bubble sometimes, right? It is fantastic.
Yeah.
So I had to bring this up. Yeah.
Yeah, and another high point in the show was the TLC match for the tag team championships. Again, this phrase will get thrown around a lot today, people, but that was another instance of absolute cinema. You can never expect a woman to take a bump like that in a match with 12 men fighting on top of ladders. 12 guys fighting on ladders, and the one spot where a ladder breaks, it's a woman. How much better can it get? Right?
Nuts.
Absolutely.
Man.
It
Nuts. Nuts.
It was absolute cinema. And people, funnily enough, again, a lot of these other, people that were throwing out rumors that SummerSlam is going to have a lot of titles changing hands, apparently it was untrue. We were talking about this the other day, and we shared a screenshot, I think, in the group where it was only Tiffany Stratton and who's the other one? Yeah, Naomi.
Yeah.
Apparently, those were the only two that were supposed to retain, and every other championship was changing hands. And we were joking about how WWE has basically made the big four pay-per-views just so they can change their entire champion list. So it turns out that's
I
not.
never believed that. I didn't think Dominic was losing.
Yeah, neither did I.
I did not think
And-
Dominic was losing anytime soon.
So the ladder match, personally, I think was again amazing. It was choreographed very well, and Andrade and Rey Fenix are absolute superstars. For
Yeah.
someone that's just wrestled 4 matches together as a tag team, they are absolutely amazing. Their
Chemistry is fantastic.
their lucha libre talent coming into a WWE ring is just the right kind.
I think Andrade is finally getting his foot around.
Yep.
He's finally getting his foot around. I think he was not getting anything either in WWE, not in
And
AEW.
I think he's finally getting the big push he deserves, and
Absolutely.
it's almost
Why
as
not?
if somebody has gotten their eye off him, so he's getting pushed.
I think it is one of those things where a dark shadow has been lifted from his character, and it's
Yeah.
like finally it's time to build the aura,
Yeah.
right?
Because
No,
he's
the-
exceptional. I think he could have easily been someone who could have faced Gunther for the world title and could be a world champion.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Would have. Dude, that match would have been amazing because, see, Gunther, from what little I've heard from you, because you're a pro wrestling
Yeah.
rabbit hole kind of guy, I haven't watched as many promotion stuff as you have. And I was just watching snippets of Walter versus Will Ospreay the other day. So that gave me an idea of how well Gunther deals with high flyers. And it was amazing. So, yeah, anything we have to add to the TLC match? Any other?
I think we have conveyed what needs to be conveyed
I
about
think
that
there's one
specific match.
last thing I want to add, right? I hope they do not bring Wyatt 6 again in the morning or any sun type of venue. Keep them a night show. Let them be only shown in darkness. They
Yeah.
thrive there. They're not made for having them in pure sunlight shows. They are not made for that.
Yeah. Does not make
Don't
sense
ruin their aura.
Exactly.
visually.
Yeah, don't ruin their aura, exactly.
Yeah. Like
No, they did
it is,
that with
it is
Undertaker too at one of the WrestleManias. I think it was the one where he fought Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt, right? WrestleMania 31.
Yep. Yeah, 31, yes.
Wrong person won that time. I am still pissed about that mania. Okay, let's move on.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we can
This is
move on.
this is the Super Saiyan moment of G1, where Mr. Mr. Punk will basically turn into flames and just have fantastic, fabulous blonde hair.
Yeah, there is Fantastic Four. We also have the Invisible Woman hanging around.
Hi, producer.
Okay, we've just broken the fourth wall. So Fantastic Four.
Hello there. Yeah.
Right. Anyhow, so coming back, we will move on to another banger of a match, which was AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio, and I would like to start off by saying that Chevy Impala. Okay, I'm not willing to curse on screen, but holy freaking hell, that was exactly what I wanted to. That was the perfect homage to Eddie Guerrero,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And to bring his son and to bring his blonde son. It was the perfect, sign of, bringing in 5-year-old Dom, who was a blonde, fake blonde, granted, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think his son is also fake blonde.
yeah, his son is fake blonde. Both of them are brunettes by birth.
Yeah.
So Wendy is also a brunette, and please, AJ Styles, I'm not like Samoa Joe. Please don't stop me. I'm not like Samoa Joe. So yeah, coming back. That was the perfect homage to Eddie Guerrero, in my opinion. And for once, AJ Styles actually ditched his one-hand glove and went with tape, like Eddie Guerrero would.
Yeah, his gear was homage to Eddie Guerrero there.
Yeah, it was from the SummerSlam in 2005. It was an homage to SummerSlam
Yeah.
2005 Eddie's gear. So yeah, and Dominic's antics are getting boring, but the character itself is not getting boring at all. The character has
Absolutely.
kept its aura so well. So, Punk, what did you think?
I love
Take it away.
the match. I love the finish as well. It is also what Eddie has done. He just removes his shoe, fantastic. And even like coming to today's show, he did the same thing. Dominic has just become one of the best wrestlers. I think MJF also coins him that one of the best young wrestlers. And I will not doubt if he wins the AAA title this Tuesday. Or I think
Oh,
this week.
absolutely.
I
absolutely.
completely believe he might take that title.
They might as well put it on him at this point.
Yeah, because he's getting booed as hell right now.
Yeah, and getting that kind of heel heat for a beginner is not very easy.
Yeah, and even Vikingo is getting booed, so maybe getting it on Dominic might actually increase your viewers there.
Yep.
And one last thing there, right?
Hmm.
What are they even doing with Dragon Lee lately?
Dude, honestly, the entire Latino world order is like mid-card buried right now. I don't see a future for them until they disband. And even when they disband, I'm pretty sure Trips doesn't know what to do with Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wild.
I know what they're gonna do.
Rey Mysterio will be the marquee Hall of Famer, always.
I don't understand how long are they gonna just use Mysterio as the only luchador. They've had moments where they could have made someone else big. I mean, I know they tried to make Del Rio big, but of course, it's Del Rio. He's a piece of shit. Sin Cara did not work.
Exactly.
But they have Dragon Lee right now, and they can make something out of him. And same as Rey Fenix. I think Rey Fenix right now is the best luchador in the world. In the world, easily. And what he's doing, he's in the tag team.
See, as long as El Grande Americano is not the face of the Lucha Libre part of WWE.
I think it's just gonna be Legion of El Grande the Americano, or El Grande Americano, not the Americano. El Grande Americano.
Which one?
Yeah, just fucking give you. I'm just gonna curse. I'm just gonna rant for 2 minutes or 1 minute. Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate. What have you done to them? What the fuck have you done to them? These were your youngest fucking champions. These were your youngest UK talent. You could have made your whole company, your mid card around these guys. Why is Finn Balor and JD McDonough world champions right now for tags? It should be these guys if you can't see them as singles champion.
New Catch Republic would have been perfect.
And Kaiser, dude. Kaiser was once one of the most prominent stars. Undertaker pledged for him that he would be a WrestleMania main eventer. I feel the same. He should be a main eventer right now. But what are they doing?
They're having his girlfriend main event all the WrestleManias.
I can't understand, man. I can't support.
See, Ludwig Kaiser, he's had some amazing matches with his mentor outside of WWE.
Yeah, exactly.
Walter versus Ludwig Kaiser. My God, I've seen one match and I started bleeding out of my eyes looking at that kind of violence and technical wrestling at the same time. It was so amazing. I couldn't like take it humanely. It was that amazing, and now they're doing this with Ludwig Kaiser. Why? El Grande Americano. Why? Is there no better direction for him? Send him back to Gunther for all I care. Gunther will make a better wrestler out of him. Right? Yeah. As far as Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate go, they're just killing whatever little interest Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne have. And again, see, there's this, again, interesting thing. I'm going to refer to a lot of indies because I want people to understand why we think these wrestlers are so good, or why we want them checking those matches out. So when Pete Dunne was still NXT UK champion, there was one match that happened between Pete Dunne and Will Ospreay. I think it was an Evolve. I don't remember 100%, but there was a match. Pete Dunne was under a legit WWE contract and he appeared on an indie show. That match was, oh my God. That match was beautifully choreographed. That match was beautifully executed. That match will show you what Pete Dunne really is. Don't watch any of that butch crap. Don't watch any of that Irish bar fights, Donny
Dude,
Brooks, whatever.
go watch his matches with Walter,
Yep.
right? Takeover Brooklyn 2018.
Yeah.
Right? His matches with even Joe Coffey, his matches with Ilya Dragunov, his matches with Mustache Mountain. You can watch anything. And even with Roderick Strong.
Yeah, totally. Yes, exactly. That is exactly my point. They're ruining that talent entirely, and by putting three people under that mask, which should have died 6 months into its genesis,
Exactly.
it's just madness. Why are they trying to milk a cow that's already dead?
Exactly. Like, there is a point when things like that are entertaining for a couple of appearances. There is a novelty to it that is entertaining, that brings comedic value. But it is for a couple of appearances, at max, a 6-7 match, 1/4 run. That is it. That is it.
Hmm.
And now bringing three of them, this is not Spider-Man No Way Home, and these people are not Spider-Man.
We do not have a multiverse. We don't deserve a multiverse. We don't need
You
a
don't
multiverse.
need a multiverse, exactly.
Yeah,
We don't
so,
need a multiverse of this character.
yeah. No, we don't
If you
need a
give me a
multiverse.
If you give me a multiverse of John Cena where all those John Cenas from that WrestleMania appearance just pop in randomly, I will still allow it because that will be a little entertaining to me. But not this character.
No, I let the John Cena multiverse pass just because I'm a huge fan of the Doctor of Thugonomics. But yeah,
Okay, guys, before we dunk more, I think we should move on now.
yeah, I'll just end it with
Accurate.
one fun fact. Apparently, WWE has already spoiled that El Grande Americano is Chad Gable. So on the merch website, they started selling El Grande Americano masks because they're typical milking people. They want to milk absolutely everything on their merch page. So the tag on the inside with the barcode or the QR code or whatever, the tag that has the QR code and barcode also says Chad Gable replica. El Grande Americano / Chad Gable mask replica.
It's unreal, man.
Yeah, just like the documentary. Yeah, that's
It
the
is
best thing
unreal.
that happened to that storyline. Just like the
Yeah.
Netflix show docu-series. That's the best thing that happened to that character, that persona.
It's unreal and it's not a good engine.
Let's not bring any gaming references into this because the Unreal Engine is amazing. You can't fight me on it. So
No, exactly. That is what I said. This is unreal and it is not an engine.
yeah, okay.
It's
All
the
right.
antithesis of it.
All right, fine.
So
Enough of the gaming references.
fun fact, guys. This Rhodes guy here, he will always take my jokes to the opposite and think I'm bashing on the thing that I'm actually elevating.
Yeah, that's
And the
because
thing
he's
I'm
just a
bashing
bad
is the
jokester.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree with Chris. You're just a
Yeah.
bad jokester.
Cena is always shat on, so I'm all right. The name
Yeah,
Cena
no,
is
no,
there
no,
with me
see-
because of that.
Yo,
Cena
come
thinks
on,
he's the best on the mic until Punk and Rhodes turn up.
Yeah, buddy,
Yeah.
your hands are too short to box with God.
Cena always thinks he's untouchable on the mic until Punk and Rhodes arrive.
No, Punk is absolutely I was late to the party when it comes to Punk because I only watch WWE, and in that era, in the previous era of CM Punk, I watched snippets of him, but the memory is not as strong because he was not as long in the WWE
So
as
in your
Cena and
case, the
other
memory
guys.
doesn't remain.
And
Okay.
then I'm not even acknowledging that because I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, it's a
I
plug
was my
to
own
another
talking.
one of my favorite Metallica songs. The memory remains.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on.
Yes. So then here he comes back. People are excited. I'm also excited because I know the aura that he brings to the table. But now I'm understanding the substance behind it even more. Every single outing, he makes small things like things that are not doing well in the storytelling. He makes them sound great, and that is a talent that I think no one has in this business right now, and that is fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand the novelty of Punk.
You understand why I am so fixated on him. He's one of the best to ever do it. He's controversial, he's everything, but he's just the best to do it, dude.
He's the right amount of controversial.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say he's the left amount of controversy.
It's time
Anyway,
we left the
next
chat
thing.
and moved on. So yeah.
Yeah. One last point on this, like the novelty that Cena brings to the mic has everything to do with ad-libbing and satirical and comedic timing. With Punk, it is raw and brash, and that is why when those two collide, it makes for the best on mic battles because they are absolutely the antithesis of each other on the mic.
Yep.
and that is what makes it so fantastic.
Call Cena the
The
Red
only
Fox one
thing,
more time,
the
you'll
thing
understand.
the thing which made their feud the best was Cena was the corporate guy and Punk was the anti-corporate guy.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Punk
And
was a
Iron Man
communist.
versus Captain
That-
America in the Civil War.
And that what made Punk. The anti-authoritarian behavior, everything
Punk
else.
was a communist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is still a communist, but he's also a
He-
capitalist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a left winger living in this world.
I
Alright.
think I just want to speak to him once and just want to know how does he feel to be in this environment where he's going on rallies and his mentor or his creative head is on the opposite rallies.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
On that note, I
Just
would
coexisting
actually,
because just one thing, Tejas.
yeah.
They were never supposed to exist together, dude. They were never supposed to
Exactly.
exist together. Triple H and
And that
CM
is what
Punk.
brings me to the next name. That will also segue to the next game. Is that Sami Zayn, a literal Philistinian Canadian,
Syrian.
wearing
Syrian
No,
Canadian.
his mother is Philistine.
They're
His father is
completely-
Syrian.
She's Syrian.
He's okay.
Okay.
As much as I know, they are Syrian.
She's Syrian. His
So-
mother is Syrian.
Yeah. They're Syrian.
So this guy is in this company wearing Philistinian colors, right?
Yeah.
And he is obviously even more upfront about it than Punk, and he is in this company. So I want to be in a room with both of them and talk to them on this topic. Honestly. Which brings us to the next game, which is Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross.
Yes,
What
Sami
are the
Zayn and
thoughts?
Karrion Kross was okay. They were just trying to close out on the storyline because Karrion Kross'
Yeah.
contract is going up as of this Saturday, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Both Kross and
yes,
Scarlett's
exactly.
contracts are going up and they haven't been offered a new contract. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's the end, because if they've not been offered a new contract by now, in typical WWE fashion, they're not getting one, because that is exactly what happened the last time, if I recall correctly. I think Punk can be a better point of reference for me.
Yeah.
Isn't that what happened the last time? They didn't get new contracts after their old ones ran out, right? I don't
I
think
know.
they were
Last time they were released.
Oh, they were released
They were
last
released,
time?
yeah.
Okay.
Last time they were released. It was the Vince McMahon era.
Oh, yeah.
He was
Then,
in a gimp
then he
match.
was released after
Yeah, he
one
was in a
main
gimp match.
roster match.
Yeah. He was
One
in a
main
gimp
roster match with
yeah.
that weird bondage-esque gear. Yeah, I remember that. That was a flashback.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm only looking forward to Kevin Owens' return, and I want to see Sami and Kevin team up again.
I think that
Because-
would be the last time. I think it's gonna take a lot of time, at least a year or two.
Yeah, Kevin's injuries are very serious
And
because his
there is a chance he
very
might
serious.
never come back. So that is also one.
Well,
spinal fusion.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
going through cervical spinal fusion, which is exactly what Edge went through, what Daniel Bryan went through, or Bryan Danielson went through. I think that is exactly what Ospreay is slated to get as well. So,
Ospreay is just, I mean, he's getting his neck banged up every other day, so makes complete sense for him to go through that.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
so yeah, I mean, the cervical spinal fusion is like the name of the game with any pro wrestler. Anybody worth their salt who's been an absolute banger matchup
Stone
guy.
Cold went through that, Edge went through that, Saraya went
Yeah.
through that. Lot
Yeah,
of
Stone
people.
Cold's was different. Stone Cold took a very bad pile driver.
Yeah.
Yes.
Edge, it just happened over the years. He started having stenosis in his spinal cord, which is why he had to go through that.
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson, because of the very serious, schedule that he was working on the road.
Yeah.
Saraya, because of that kick to the back when she had just returned from a very
Yeah,
serious back
that pull that Mercedes had on her. Yeah, she pulled her and then she just landed on her neck.
Yeah, and then she kicked her on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, it is the name of the game, and I'm pretty sure they will at some point be cleared to wrestle. But yeah, Kevin Owens doesn't deserve to be on the shelf, especially after what he's done for the business.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
After all this while, he still has a lot to give to wrestling, and he's more than happy to give all of it to wrestling. He's also willing to give his firstborn son to wrestling, which is not a joke. His son is apparently training to be a pro wrestler, just like
And
his
he's
father.
named as Owen.
Yeah, his name's Owen. So Owen Owens, that has an interesting ring to it. I would watch that.
Yeah.
No
And
questions asked.
if there was a funny punchline for him, it would be like Owen Owens punches make people go ow ow.
Okay, guys,
OW.
let's move on.
Yeah. Okay, we
Let's
can
to
move
the
on.
show.
We can move on from Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. Let's move on to the
And then,
Raw
the
women's.
last thing, right? So, are we believing that he's gone from WWE and or the Fed? I'm gonna call this.
He better should, because
Cross.
he Karrion Kross, right? So
Yeah.
he should not remain in this business. He's not getting what he deserves in this business, and it's high time he just left. And
Yeah,
he
the
did
last
it
time he
very well.
tried doing that, he went and started a new promotion that went under.
You know, he's very good in GCW and Bloodsport.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that is where he will go.
He just wasn't a success in his own promotion, just like Cody.
Cody was successful. It was just bad moves here and there. Cody is talented still.
No,
Karrion-
I'm not doubting Cody's talent. Dude, Cody's talent is out of this world. It's just that the company didn't respect him from what he said,
Yeah.
right? So
It should.
yeah, the way that I see it, I think Karrion Kross should either go back to being a violent wrestler, like go back to GCW, go back to MLW, reinvent himself, stay there.
Like Baron
Like-
Corbin.
Right, like Baron Corbin, who's now Bishop Dyer, like Dominic Dijakovic, who's Donovan
Yeah.
Dijak.
Donovan Dijak is now Dominic Dijakovic.
No, it's the other way. He was
No.
Dominic Dijakovic in NXT.
No, it was Dominic Dijak, I think. Okay, whatever.
Guys,
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. Anyhow, so moving on, we'll quickly touch on some women's wrestling because we also cover that, and there's also some massive strides happening there. So we can start off with the Raw Women's Championship match, the triple threat between Naomi, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. So I personally was hoping to see Rhea Ripley win because Rhea Ripley versus Stephanie Wacker has a really good ring to it. It's just
Yeah, absolutely.
a really good ring.
I
I'm
don't
only
think-
talking about the ring.
It will be a really badass match. Let me put it this way.
I don't think
No,
they're
it will be a really good ass match.
So I liked the match. I don't think they're gonna give you Stephanie versus Rhea this early, and Naomi has just won. She
Yeah.
is gonna hold this title for some time, and we will see her doing stuff. She's gonna have great matches. I want to discuss her entrance. It was her father who was playing the guitar. Loved that entrance as well. I mean, if it was shared before, she might have gotten a babyface pop. And she is being mostly treated as a babyface because it feels like a deserved win for her.
A long deserved
Absolutely.
push.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I really liked about this match, honestly, is something that happened after the match. I'm loving the chemistry that is happening both in the ring and off the ring between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. It is off the charts. Bring me more of it. Keep bringing it because it's working. They are so good to each other in the ring and on the mic. It's brilliant.
Yep.
They
Some of the
just
most inspired
compliment each
writing
other.
moves in women's wrestling right now.
The rivalry, man. They keep talking about how they have not beaten each other or just that rivalry. It is about that. It is about one-upping each other. And that is what wrestling is about. And that's it. And they nailed
And
that.
to bring the samurai culture's respect into the rivalry,
Yeah.
appreciation and honest reaction, happy reaction to the challenge.
And
That is
without
a breath of fresh air.
without anyone turning heel.
Exactly. This match felt like a match between three faces, and that was amazing.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Another fun fact, and we will close out on this women's match. So, Punk, this is not the first instance where somebody who won a championship at WrestleMania would lose it at SummerSlam. Damien Priest has done it as early as last year.
Yeah.
So, if they're able to build a storyline, they will make it happen.
Yeah,
So,
that storyline made sense. Finn Balor turning on him,
Yeah.
that made sense.
exactly. They
And it
have a
was-
story that they can pivot into, so
Yeah.
they did that. Here, they might not have had a strong enough storyline, so I get that. I'm just putting it out there that this is not the first time that they've done it. Right?
Yeah.
They did it for 5 minutes. They did it in 5 minutes and 10 seconds. What makes you think they won't do it in 3 months?
Exactly.
Right. So, yeah. And moving on to the other women's championship match, Tiffany versus Jade Cargill. Great choreography, poor execution. Because Jade Cargill, while she is built to be an athlete, she is not built to be in a WWE ring. She is a great athlete. I'm not going to,
Yes.
I'm not going to deny that fact. It's just that pro wrestling is not the athletic sport that she should be concentrating on. Not that
Yeah.
this is an easy sport to break into. It's very hard to break into, and even when Cody Rhodes is training you, you cannot always be the best, right?
Exactly.
She's a product of the Nightmare Factory. QT Marshall and Cody Rhodes are training her, but you can never be sure. Lee Johnson is a great example of one such product that just went waste.
To add on to the angle of being built for different athleticism, every time I look at her, I see either a 200-meter racer or a hurdle racer. That is the physique I see in her.
Yeah, but she's
That's
got a
the
lot of
build
muscle
I
mass.
see in her.
She's got a lot of muscle mass. So see,
Exactly.
she can be an amateur wrestler, but see, if she trains the right way, she'll make a great amateur wrestler. She'll also make a great she'll make a great ball player too. Her height is a great advantage for her.
She needs a crutch for her matches.
Yeah. She
exactly.
And see, again, it's not that we're trying to shit on her because she's still such a great athlete. She puts in all the work that needs to go in for a person to become a pro wrestler, because it's not an easy job. Ask John Cena.
Yeah.
So,
Quote the Transformers, she lacks the all-spark to take her amazing physique and build her into a transformed wrestler.
Yeah.
She misses that all-spark.
Okay,
but
guys, I'm
she's
just gonna
trying very
bring
hard.
in-
I'll give her that. She's trying very hard.
Exactly.
break. हम tangents में जा रहे हैं फिर से.
Yeah.
हम फिर tangents में जा रहे हैं. Please come to point.
Okay, coming back. So, Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill was not very bad. It was okay, but it was mostly Tiffany carrying the match and Jade playing along. So the match did look okay. It wasn't bad. It was okay. It was watchable.
It was a good 7.5.
Yeah. And then Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. I somehow didn't. I somehow felt there was some spark missing. I personally wasn't a huge fan of the match, but yeah, the violence was there, but it wasn't there.
I think what was missing in that match was some progression in the story.
Yeah, exactly.
It is the same thing which we have already seen.
Yeah. It was a different physicality. It was just an Irish brawl. It was the same Irish brawl that has happened so many times. It did not bring any new flavor. It was just an extension of the physicality of the match, and that is it. And that is where the theater aspect becomes so much more important, right? This match lacked theater.
Yep.
This match was a good wrestling match, but there was no new theatrical flavor, no new
There's
storytelling.
no progression. There was no progression in the story.
Exactly. That is what.
Did not enjoy it.
So that is what that the essence of wrestling has to be connected with the theater of it. And this lacked the theater. This lacked the drama. It was the same story being told over and over again. It's a good story, but it's an overdone story. We need some. We need this to become have some seasoning into it.
I think a lot of us were expecting Bailey heel turn here.
Yeah,
exactly.
So
that one thing that would be the spark that this match needed to just make it immensely fun. The same match, just one thing changed, but no, that did not happen.
Yeah, so it wasn't great. So I think we can move on to Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus the Vision.
I have one thing to say before that.
Sure. Go on.
This special event of WWE in recent times was probably the only one where the women's roster was awfully misused.
Oh yeah, totally.
And that is a travesty, because it was a hit and a hit and a hit and a hit and such a bloody major drop, and that should not happen. And I'll add on to the travesty that happened at the end of day 2. This is exactly what happens when that socio-political aspect enters this world.
Yeah.
This shit starts happening again.
It's a callback to the Divas era. It's basically a callback to the Divas era, and it's not a great point of time to live as a female wrestler in WWE. So they've just ruined it. Personally,
if this keeps on happening, the roster is gonna have a rebellion. There are people in that roster who are not gonna take it, both men and women.
Yeah. So before we move on to undesirable, there's one desirable match that we can discuss: Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus the newly named The Vision. Yep. I acknowledge my tribal chief first off.
We acknowledge our tribal chief.
Yeah.
And
yeet. 4 letters, 1 word. Yes. So I acknowledge I acknowledge the bloodline.
Oh yeah.
I acknowledge the tribal chief and I acknowledge the tribal hair. Both of them were there together. So the match was good. It's for once they were able to show Roman and Jey to be actual equals rather than a king and his courtier.
Oh yeah. And that elevated the chemistry so well. It was fun.
It was amazing. It was better than Roman and Solo, if you ask me. It was better than Roman
much,
and Solo as a tag team, and they were
Much,
tag
much.
team champions. They were
And
tag team
this
champions.
They were
this
not
is the
tag team
environment
champions.
that brings.
They were.
No.
Yes,
not.
they were.
They were
I'll
not.
bet. We can go on a wager, mate. They were tag team champions.
Done.
We will put a pop-up here, guys, with who was correct.
Okay, we'll
Let's
check
move
it.
on.
We'll check it.
This exactly. We will put a pop-up on the video, and then we'll point the arrow to the guy who was right. We'll do the
Let's
movie
check
magic.
right now.
So you do that. In the meantime, this is exactly the kind of environment where Jey Uso
They've
actually
competed
excels.
for it. Okay. They've competed for it. You're right. Fine.
So basically, Punk beats Rhodes. Let's move on. Cena is done with this.
Yeah, Cena's done. So we have to move
Yeah.
on to undesirable now. So we don't have a choice. We've addressed most of everything
No,
else.
before undesirable, I was saying that this is the exact environment where someone like Uso actually is at his best, and
Oh, yeah.
this is the flavor that he has to bring to his, quoting the pun, solo acts.
Oh yeah. This pun reminds me. There's actually one more amazing thing that happened before we move on to undesirable stuff. Solo versus Jacob inside a steel cage, and I hated the finish.
Me too.
Me too. Me
To
three.
quote Jesse Ventura, he just walked out of the door and won.
Dude, he got banned for it. Okay, I'm not going to ban you, but sure.
But yeah, after a bout of laugh, it's the point where we actually turned into the Hulk mode of the podcast where we really get angry.
Oh
So
yeah.
who's gonna take this one away?
I can start for you because I have childhood memories that actually link to some happiness with this person, but now that I've grown
Same.
up,
Exactly.
no. Dude, Brock Lesnar, why is he back? Let's just jump head first into it. Why is he back? What does he have to give to the business anymore rather than whatever he's given
No.
over the last year?
The best time, the only time he was required was 2018. Once
Exactly.
he
Yeah.
lost to Roman, go, fuck off, leave.
Yeah.
Just
Please.
go.
Just
Go.
leave.
This is fucking bullshit. Like
Yeah.
you're not just doing disservice to more than 50% of your fan base. You are not just doing a disservice to half of the population, almost half of the population of the world, the females, and the queers, and you are doing a travesty to yourself, your product, your quality, your legacy, and you are just like your home country. You are regressing to a bullshit era by fucking doing this. That's
Dude,
the fucking problem.
I'm not going to talk politics here because I'm usually not very comfortable talking politics. So I'll just address it for what it is worth. I mean,
Yeah.
he got cleared by the legal team, really. He got cleared by a legal team because he wasn't going to be in the crosshairs of whatever was happening between Vincent Kennedy McMahon and Janelle Grant. Is that is that the kind of mindset that we're looking for in 2025, especially with whatever's happening around the world?
I will add politics to this. Is this
Yeah.
just because they are confident that there will be a fucking Trump pardon? That's it?
Or
I'll
they
say
have,
that.
or they are just clear that either it's going to be arbitration, or they're going to
Or a
settle.
settlement. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more and more looking towards, I mean, apparently they have a feeling that this is turning more and more towards a settlement as every day passes. So,
Yeah.
but I don't want Brock Lesnar on my screen. This is not anything political. This is not, dude,
Yeah.
I am willing to put all the sexual abuse allegations aside as well, and I still don't want Brock Lesnar on my screen in 2025. Like, give me a break. He might
And
be,
what does he has to do with Cena?
yeah. See, he might be the same age as John Cena. He might possibly be a year or two older than John Cena, but I still don't want him on my screen in 2025 because
Exactly.
he is not WWE anymore. He was WWE in 2006 before he left.
That's it. That's
Right.
it. That is it.
I will call it quits. See, Goldberg coming back for one last match, I can understand it. I'm not a huge fan of it. I can understand it because he wants to drop the curtain on his career the right way. That I can live with. John Cena's retirement tour, he's still in his prime. He just knows that he's falling out of his prime, so he wants to get out before he falls out of his prime, and the people start booing him out of the building. I get that. I'm kind of sad with the fact that Triple H had to retire the way he did, but I'm happy that at least he's looking for his health, right? Brock Lesnar, No, I don't want
No
him on
redeeming
in
qualities.
2025.
No, not a single redeeming quality to.
See, he might have put
this.
WWE on the map for a generation. He's the one guy who's beat 2 champions in one night. He's beaten Dwayne Johnson, and I think the other one was Chris Jericho in one night. Okay, he's beaten Dwayne Johnson and Chris Jericho, but that's probably his biggest redeeming quality in 2002. He left in 2006, right?
Yeah.
It's 20 bloody years ago. How much more are you going to milk it? Dwayne Johnson tried doing it. He failed in 2025. I don't want Brock Lesnar succeeding that way because he's going to be regret. Dude, anytime Brock Lesnar comes into a storyline, it is all going to be me. Like I am haggling with you guys over all this time, speaking time. It's going to be all me. He'll want to win every single match. He'll want to be part of every single storyline. He'll even want to bring Paul Heyman into the storyline and
I don't think
have
he
him
would
do
do
the
that.
double standard thing.
I think he put over Cody. He put over other guys. I think he won't. He's just here for the money. He's just here for the money.
Again, I'm sorry that this has become political in many ways because of Paul Levesque's current constitutional position. Sorry, not cabinet position that recently happened.
Not
So,
Paul Levesque. It was Linda McMahon.
No.
No, Paul Levesque has happened recently. He's the chief fitness officer for MAGA, for Trump administration now.
He's
So
not
he
the
is
chief
a part of
fitness
it.
officer. He's an advocate for the presidential
Yeah,
fitness.
he's an advocate. He's not.
He's
does
the
not
brand
hold-
ambassador.
Yeah, he does not hold any official post or anything, but he is just a chief advocate now. So he's
Oh,
just
he's a
an
brand
ambassador.
To put
Yeah,
it
he's
in
just
English.
an
But
ambassador.
even then, this is a political position because two things happening simultaneously is never a coincidence.
Hmm.
In this
I
era
agree.
of US corporate and political environment, so this is a political move being thrust in entertainment.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, no, not in 2025, and we have given him enough space in this discussion. 95 good things happened in this
And-
SummerSlam and ruined by this.
I will
So,
add one
no.
thing. There would be
Yes.
some audience who would think, oh, he is accused of just cheating his wife. No. He's accused of that. That is a moral problem. The bigger problem is he's accused of taking a woman as a bribe for his contract.
Exactly.
That is an objectification offense. That you are treating a woman as a commodity. If there is anyone in our audience, and I'm saying this even on our pilot podcast, if any one of you believes that he did nothing wrong, then you can go suck a
Get
blood money dick. Bye.
Get
And then either we keep it or we don't. This is my clear fact.
No, we are keeping this because I'm directly saying those people can just get the fuck out of this discussion. We don't need you here.
Yeah, we don't need you here. It's
Yeah.
not about politics, it's about doing the right thing.
Doing the right thing is political. We are political. It's okay.
We're good.
2025.
Yeah, we'll move on. So, moving on from what was the lowest point in our podcast, just like at the pay-per-view, we'll move on to Monday Night Raw today.
Yes.
So it opens with Seth Rollins telling the world how he successfully pulled the wool over everyone's eyes, and very visibly irate Adam Pearce wants to shake things up. So he says, "I'm not doing anything normal today."
Finally, he took a stand.
Yeah, I think
He
Roman has
grew a
done a lot.
ball. He grew some balls. Finally.
Yeah, he's still not going to fight Roman. I'm pretty confident of that.
Yeah.
So he's only got balls when he's in face to face with everyone else but Roman. Always remember that.
Yeah.
Right? So he grew a pair where it matters, and then Seth got a nudge in where the sun don't shine, basically. So he ends up with a title match against LA Knight, and then Penta and Grayson Waller. Props to Grayson Waller, as my friend Punk would put it. He is absolutely jacked, as my friend Punk would put it. So, and he's in the best physical shape of his life.
Yeah,
So
he
we're
is.
doing a go on.
He is. I think I never got Waller as a character. I just found him there, didn't do much for me, and I see it now. I see it
Yeah.
now. He has that talent. I see
Yeah.
he can wrestle and he can do stuff. So kudos to him.
Yeah. So we'll quickly run through a very short recap of Raw, and then we'll move on to All Elite Wrestling. So then Penta versus Grayson Waller, and then there was Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus Judgment Day all over again.
Yeah.
Dominic versus Dragon Lee. Again, Eddie Guerrero antics pulled out by Dominic again. In typical WWE fashion, they'll have the storyline pull on for the aftermath as well. Like they were talking a lot about Eddie on SummerSlam, so they wanted to bring that reference back again. So
Yeah.
Eddie turned up again on Monday Night Raw in the form of Dominic's antics. Then I think the biggest talking point would be the main event, which was Seth Rollins and LA Knight fighting each other for the championship. So at one point, CM Punk came out and attacked Seth Rollins, causing a disqualification. And as they were fighting and as they were totally beaten up, Roman Reigns turns up. Roman Reigns starts fighting them. He finally blocks Braun Breaker's spear. That's the
Finally.
biggest point for me. Yeah, finally. Took
Yeah.
him long enough, but yeah. So yeah, he gets beaten up. He gets his sneakers stolen again in typical
From the tribal
Roman
thief.
fashion, based on what's going on. So the tribal thief gets a new Shula Fala this next Monday. So yeah, overall the show was okay. It wasn't at the caliber of an aftermath defining show for a show like SummerSlam where there were so many high points,
Yeah.
both in the women's side and the men's side. It was lackluster for a SummerSlam Fallout show, but it wasn't very bad. I've seen worse.
Oh, we have
So,
seen the 2018 Raw, so we have seen.
Yeah. So we've seen Vince's peak as a creative head. So we've seen a lot of things. So yeah, Raw was fine. I was hoping to see Cena again, but I get that, and he's going to be on SmackDown because I was an idiot expecting him on Raw when he's SmackDown's
Yeah, I think
champion.
for the last of his sessions or last of his okay, let's cut it. For the last like segments he's only gonna have it on SmackDown. So he's not
Yeah.
going
And that
for
makes
Raw.
sense. Yeah.
And apparently, there's rumors that his final opponent is going to be Gunther. If Gunther
That's
is back.
interesting.
That will
That
be an
will be
amazing
fun.
match too. That will be an
That-
amazing
that-
match.
That will be a type of closure that is fresh and all for it.
That will
Okay,
be the
one
perfect
thing
way to
about
end
that,
the
right?
crossover.
If it is Gunther, it is again going to a guy who is in his late 40s. He's not young.
Yeah, he's not young.
And like one last thing I want to come up, right? Brock Lesnar, when he came in, it could have easily been Obafemi for me. It could have easily been Obafemi for me, and it was not. You could just had a future Brock Lesnar right here in front of you, and you had to choose the worst.
Yeah, dude, they really fumbled the ball with that one. So yeah, let's not.
I think
not
Triple H
dignify it
hates
anymore.
Triple H hates anyone who gets over,
Yeah.
and he doesn't want them to be over.
Yeah, let's not dignify it anymore. Personally.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree, Mr. Rose.
Yeah. So let's move on to where the sun shines real bright. Let's move on to the actual greener end of the pasture. We'll move on to a small, relatively small promotion, goes by the name of All Elite Wrestling. We are massive fans.
We are.
I absolutely love Hanger.
Hanger is the guy, man.
Hanger is the face. Hanger is like John Cena for AEW.
Hanger
Super
is the
Cena.
guy. Hanger is the guy, man.
Yeah.
Hanger is the prime wrestler for me. He is everything which he was supposed to be. The character arc is something else. He's just the best wrestler of the AEW right now.
Yeah. I want to see face Hanger versus face Swerve. I would pay to watch that.
Ooh.
Just a old fashioned wrestling match. I don't want any stipulations.
Yeah,
on
no
it.
blood, nothing
Yeah.
else. Just them fighting.
Yeah. I really
That
want to
is so
see
much
that.
fun. I think Swerve again has just shown the potential he had. I mean, he's amazing. He's genuinely one of the best.
Yep. And moving on, I mean, since Swerve came up, we really have to bring up ex-EVPs, Matt and Nick Jackson. No, Matt and Nick. That is all they get.
Yeah.
No traffic. Dude, the best thing about the whole production of last week's Dynamite was the Young Bucks, the nameplate that pops up, right? Graphic. It says talent name and at social handles. They didn't even bother putting their names and their social handles there. The box just said talent name. Yeah, the box just said talent name.
Did you see a poster that AEW posted? It just had Hanger. They had two pictures, and the caption just said it was a very poorly edited picture, and it just said This is what you get for paying all of your money for a boat.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that.
I love it.
Dude, but see, the other thing is, I like their tweet as a response to Cody. You know what hurts the most? It's the lack of respect. Yes, that's what hurts the most.
It's not response for Cody. I think it is for the segment. But
No,
yeah,
it was a response to Cody. It was a response to Cody because Cody, I think, sat down in an interview with someone. I think.
yeah,
some
it was
cycle-
that, and it was also the segment where they were the title card was just said like random wrestler or something. Like
yeah. No, it just said talent name. It
Yeah,
didn't say
talent
anything
name.
else. It
Yeah,
said
so I
talent
think it
name.
was just
said
that.
Add social media handles under the talent name.
Yeah, it is just for that, I think. So
Yeah, no, but it's supposed to be the money, but they can't say money, right?
Yeah.
Out loud, at least. So yeah, and then Kazuchika Okada is officially out of the Elite now. He was apparently with the Elite for a little bit after he joined Don Callis family. Now he's officially out of the Elite and part of the Don Callis family. And for a guy like Okada, I don't like it.
yeah,
Okada is supposed to be a solo flying guy.
yeah, he should be. I think they're just trying something different for him.
Yeah, see, his work in Chaos was so much different from his work in heel factions now. He was just a face. I mean, he wasn't a face, he wasn't a heel in NJPW because NJPW doesn't have that concept of face or heel. They just have Donnybrooks,
Yeah,
basically, which I love in its own right. But yeah, having Kazuchika Okada try to be a blatant heel is just too lame for me at this point. I don't know. They're putting him with Don Callis to garner some heel heat, but the only heel heat everybody is getting in that room is always Don Callis.
I am done with Don Callis. I have one thing like with Don Callis. Finally, at least we have Kyle Fletcher as a TNT champion.
No. Dustin Rhodes. When did Kyle Fletcher? Kyle Fletcher is not TNT champion.
He is. He won it last week.
How did I miss that?
He did.
Oh shit. Oh, Collision. Typical Collision stuff. Yeah. I've stopped watching Collision because it is too bland for my taste, contrary to its name. So yeah, I can imagine. But Dustin Rhodes getting that short and sweet moment was fine at all in.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He deserved that. He
Yeah,
deserved
and I just want Kenny to come back and absolutely kill Kazuchika Okada now.
that. Yeah.
I'm looking
That's
forward to that. They're tied up. It's 2-2 now. So
I just want them to. I don't know if Kenny should go through that directly. I think they should build it up again. And I'm not aware when Kenny's gonna be back. I think he's gonna take some time, or he's just
yeah, Kenny's taking time off now.
he's just not having a break. It's not easy for his body
A
anymore.
well-deserved break.
Yeah, he will deserve it.
Yeah, and then I'm happy Scorpio Sky is getting some TV time. Finally.
Yeah, finally he's back.
Yeah,
He
he's found
deserves
a new
some chance. Yeah,
faction called Sky High,
yeah.
and he's got back Christopher Daniels after
is amazing.
everything. After everything that they've been through, to see Christopher Daniels and Scorpio Sky back on the same page is so refreshing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then Will Ospreay's off. Will Ospreay, like we were mentioning,
Yeah,
has
he's
gone
also
on
taking
to
some time off.
get surgery. He's hopefully trying to come back by Forbidden Door in August 24th. So, yeah, I think he might be able to come back. And there's rumors already flying around of if he comes back, he's going to be facing Zack Sabre Jr.
I think that is the match they should have.
Yeah, no, those matches. They've had matches before, and the kind of chemistry that they bring into the ring is so magical. Zack Sabre Jr.
One
with
of the
his
best-
technical prowess.
Two of the best matches, two of the
Yeah.
best wrestlers.
One is the best technical wrestler, and one is the best high flyer
Yeah,
in today's
exactly.
wrestling.
Exactly.
And Ricochet can go suck an egg or a bald head. He's not the best high flyer.
Even in AEW, he's not.
Yeah, exactly. He is not the best high flyer. He can go suck an egg or suck some lemons. I don't care. So yeah.
Bald.
Yeah, and yeah, that's that. Personally, I think that is the most noteworthy stuff happened. Oh, Christian Cage, the patriarchy. How did I miss that? Dude, there's jokes on Reddit going around when Nick Wayne was cutting his promo last week. People were not watching Nick Wayne. People were not watching Kip Sabian.
They were watching Martha.
Shayna, her name is Shayna.
Shane, sorry. When I think of mothers, I think of Martha.
Oh yeah, Martha
PBS
Stewart.
reference. PBS reference.
Okay. Yeah, anyhow, but dude, Reddit is going bonkers over that shit. One guy made a simple comment. Like, I saw one comment, it was like, oh wait, there's Skip Sabian there? Totally didn't see him. And that guy is like, it's like blasting off. Like the entire chat is basically talking just that. Oh wait, Skip Sabian's there. I didn't notice him. Wait, what was Nick talking about? I didn't get any of it. Everybody was doing that. It was so funny. But yeah, I think Nick Wayne is eventually going back to Darby because spiritually they're like, there.
Yeah.
And Darby's antics after coming back from the Mount Everest have become that much more Daredevil-esque.
Yeah.
So
I miss Darby, man. I miss Darby.
Yeah.
And Darby against Mox probably at All Out.
But not for the title. I don't think he'll get a title shot.
He's not gonna get a title shot. I think him getting title shot is gonna take time. I think the title is gonna go to MJF, and then it might come to Darby.
Dude, MJF is out of the Hurt Syndicate. That's so refreshing.
I do not understand what's happening there. Did I miss something? I've been watching the show. Out of nowhere. And it is like with Bobby Lashley, it's the second time he has had a segment with like a wrestler, and they just vanished. He started with Swerve, and they just finished off. And then with MJF is out of the business. What's happening there? Is it ego? Is it something else? I'm not sure.
I think it's about him going into business with himself, not worrying about what the group needs.
Yeah.
Because when Montel has been running business, if you see,
But it is very out of the blue.
Yeah, and MJF was not supposed to be a faction kind of guy from the beginning because
exactly.
He himself says, in one of his promos where he turned face before Better Than You Baby, he openly said that he has had problems with rejection syndrome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that shows that he's not fit to be in a faction and he's like a solo flyer kind of guy.
Yeah.
So him going into a faction was just a matter of time before it was going to implode straight into his face.
Pinnacle. I can see Pinnacle coming together. I can see him. Yeah, Pinnacle. I can see him teaming up again with Revival. Not Revival.
FTR. Don't get us cancelled, dude.
Yeah, they're gonna get FTR. They're gonna revive Pinnacle there.
Yeah, Wardlow is on his way out. I'm pretty sure. I think
Wardlow does not want to wrestle anymore. He's just enjoying his time as a.
I think he's going to go into backstage business soon, but it's not going to be with AEW.
Yeah.
I think he's going to the other end of the pasture to see if the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah, it's not Wardlow. It's not.
It's not you. It's me.
Yeah.
It's like an it's not you, it's me kind of thing. And dude, even if you look at the backstage stuff on the other end of the pasture, there's people like Chris Park, Bobby Roode, who are absolute legends.
Yeah, Chris Park is just doing the best work. Yeah. Even Adam Pearce.
Yeah, for those of us uninitiated.
Bobby Roode, I'm not sure because he was the producer for two of the worst matches at WrestleMania. Jey Uso versus Gunther and John Cena versus
Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
Yeah, so for those of us uninitiated, Chris Park is a legend in the business of pro wrestling. He wrestled under the name Abyss in Impact, and he's one of their biggest, if not the biggest wrestler that Impact has been able to produce over the years. He's an Impact original. AJ Styles would have arguably been the next bigger name had he not left for Japan at the right time.
Yeah.
So Chris Park is an absolute legend in this business, and anybody who wants to learn from Chris Park will end up doing the same thing. Take Jason Jordan, for example.
Amazing.
Yeah, so coming back, I can totally see Wardlow becoming a producer and leaving the wrestling business, in-ring wrestling business. So I don't think there will be a revival of the Pinnacle anymore. I don't see that. What I think is more likely to happen is a revival of the Undisputed Era. That's cooking.
I'm not sure. I think once Adam is gone now, I think they're just gonna split.
No, Kyle and Roderick Strong are still together. They're still doing tag team kind of stuff. But
I think they were also showing some deception as well. So I'm not sure. I think they're just gonna split.
It is a possibility because Roderick Strong is not great with tag teams or factions in general.
Yeah, he is the messiah of the backbreaker. So he should be just on in-ring matches here and there. He was just doing stupid stuff with Adam.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
Karen phase was so bad.
Let's not go there.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't see anything worth of note on the other end of the pasture.
Yeah, exactly.
Who holds the trios champion? Oh, it's the Ops. No, not the Ops.
It's the
Is it
Ops.
the Ops?
It's
Oh,
the Ops.
Samoa Joe is written off TV, so they're not defending it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're wasting talent too. They're also doing the same thing. They've oversigned talent.
I think the problem is their collision is also not working. If collision was working, they would have had more talent to show. But collision is just not working for them. The Saturday night show is also not working for them.
Yeah, I don't think AEW is working hard enough to represent their best talent. Hard enough,
They are working well because WWE sucks at this moment.
dude. It's just good because WWE sucks. It's not that they're putting in all the requisite work.
Yeah.
They're not.
Tony is a genius marketer.
That's the only thing he's good at.
He's a good booker as well, I'm sure. He has booked some great things.
I wouldn't agree.
I think currently he's much better than Paul. But
He's better than Trips in quite a few things, but not every time. He's not globally better than Trips. He's
yeah,
made some better decisions than Trips would. That I will give.
yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, putting the title on Hanger, yes, I'm all up for it. I am a sucker for Hanger as champion, but I don't know. The product is just getting more and more bland. I hate the Death Riders, and for him to
The
continually want to represent them on the roster and in the show is just a waste of time. When you can always bring in more talent like Matt Sydal.
Tejas is sleeping. He is not able to contribute at all. Okay? Okay. Pretty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So coming back.
Yeah, I was also gonna say let's wind up. It's more than 1.5 hours now.
Yeah, I was about to suggest that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sure. Go on.
Krishna, you should do it, I think, because you will come in out of nowhere after AEW. Okay. Cool.
Hey guys, I'm back. AEW is done. WWE is done. Grass is greener on some sides. It's not so green on some other sides. But it is always green here at the Wrestling Folks. Like, share, subscribe, drop your controversial, non-controversial, cringy, any type of comments down below. We will tackle them. We will enjoy them. We will get back to you next week again on Terrific Tuesdays. This is Jazz Cena.
This is Chris Rhodes.
And this is Jeevan Punk.
And we are the Wrestling Folks. Toodles!